Hello everybody, we are just getting things set up here with our friends from Franklin Shogun who actually won the Alpha bracket. There were two brackets, the teams split and divided evenly among those two brackets. Because of the seeding and the placement, the Horde Alpha team are already the #1 seed going into North American Finals. But the teams wanted to meet up one last time as part of the regionals with the A and B bracket facing off again. No real outcome to this in terms of changes to the seeding, but more so just bragging rights and to kind of see where the teams measure up going into this next season. And again, as I mentioned previously, both these teams will be headed into North American Finals, seeded #1 and 2 with the Horde and Shogun respectively. So we'll get this thing kicked off here in just a couple minutes. Stick with us, we'll be right back. Alright, welcome back everybody. We are just getting ready to get this thing kicked off. This is a best of 3. Again, if this tournament was continuing and the Alpha and Bracket and Bravo bracket winners will be playing, we'd probably do a best of 5. But everybody's pretty tired. It's been a long weekend, a lot of Overwatch, a lot of casting, a lot of celebration. We had our end of season celebration for Hanover. So we were chock full of gaming and gaming activities all weekend long. So looking forward to wrapping this weekend up. Moving into next season, starting in May, still a couple opportunities for those looking to join. XP League for this next season. And then start the preparation for North American Finals. We know we got at least one team in. Once this bracket completes, we'll see if our Bravo team sneaks in. I think they will, based on the current standings. So pretty excited for that. We've also got some Fortnite teams in the mix. We got some Rocket League kicking off next weekend. So lots of fun with XP League, Hanover and Towson, and Grind Gaming Arenas, Hanover and Towson. So we should be jumping into this match here pretty shortly. Again, friends from Shogun graciously agreed to kind of do this more of an exhibition match because, again, this does not affect seeding. Really just bragging rights and get these teams a chance to feel each other out. They competed in opposite brackets from each other throughout the tournament, throughout the seeding and regionals tournament. So really didn't get to play each other since the regular season. In the regular season, I believe the Horde did best them in the actual match. Alright, and welcome to Oasis. Alright, so this is a map we haven't seen too much of. In the lead up to this, regionals, it was heavy into Nabani. So Oasis is a really cool map. Both teams will come in from their drop ship, proceed this direction. There's kind of some ups and downs. There's actually a lower area down here below the point.
Ready for battle.
The blue and the blue will be the Hanover Horde. Proceeding from right to left and proceeding left to right will be the Franklin Shogun. The Horde are going to be running. Kid MDK is going to be running a Hog. Toonbury is going to be running Ball. Pizza Freak's running his Junk. Hitscan's going to be running Hanzo. Weirdo running Moira. And Lucio running run by Lantern. And for the Shogun, they're going to be running a Reinhardt, a Diva, a Sim, so they're going to be doing the TP. They're going to be running a Mei, a Lucio, and a Bat. So the Shogun are here on point first, driving the Horde to the far side. Horde are going to tuck back behind this door here. Mei wall separating these two from each other. Horde are going to have to draw back. The Shogun getting an early elimination on Moira, but the objective is being secured by the Shogun here, even though it was initially contested. Shogun is earning credit towards the point here. Toonbury playing ball does get on point, but he's quickly cleared off as the Horde reset their push. Kid MDK playing his Hog coming in here. So Shogun doing a good job with the initial push and come in. As the Horde are prone to do, they were a little bit slow on the initial push. Good hook there by Kid MDK to catch that Mei. He's going to drop in here though. Hanzo ultimate coming in from Hitscan, running that Hanzo. It's going to allow them to get elimination. Pizza Freak's going to pick up elimination. A couple more by Pizza Freak, and Lantern there is going to give the Horde the advantage, and they will start earning credit towards the point here. So good job by the Horde to rally back. Again, kind of played back a little bit, let the opposing team get the initial capture of the point, and then kind of methodically coming in there, setting up their counteroffensive, and taking credit, earning credit towards the point. We are at 21% and counting, as opposed to the Shogun sitting early at 37%. The Hammer Strike team in from the Shogun. Doesn't look like it had much effect there, but the Shogun did get on point here. See, dropping down, fight in this lower level. Here comes the Junkrat Tire. Let's see where this winds up. Pizza for a huge Junkrat Tire. 1, 2, 3, 4 eliminations, taking out both support for the Shogun. And that's going to allow the Horde to maintain control of the point, 48, 49% and building. So Pizza Freak, big junk tire there to counter that big push coming in by the Shogun. Here comes the Shogun, setting up for their next push in here. Again, Shogun in red, Horde are in blue. Toonbury diving in deep with that ball, getting behind lines, see if he's able to keep that. He's going to head down. Hanzo's going to shoot his ultimate down the stairwell, but they're already going to be down the stairs. There they set up that TP using that Symmetra. They get in here, but the Horde are quickly meeting them. there. Pizza Freak gets elimination, but they do get Kid and hit scan. So they do manage to get the numbers on the Horde here, but Lantern's done a good job as Lucio holding the point. While Queen Kinessa getting the Horde up to 93, 94%. Toonbury slides in here with his ball, but Shogun are going to come in. They are going to set off their Diva Bomb. Doesn't catch anybody there. But they do flip the script and start earning credit towards the point with the Horde stuck at 96%, the Shogun at 51% and counting. Good hook by Kid MDK to pull in Reinhardt, but he gets isolated by that Mei wall, so good play there by the Shogun Mei. They're going to pick up a couple eliminations on that Hog and Weirdo's Moira. As well as Toonbury's Reinhardt, a little bit of a comp shift there for the Horde. Toonbury swapped from running that ball over to running the Rhine. And the Shogun at 71% and counting. Horde setting up their next push here. See, Hitscan just got eliminated, so wait for him to reset. 79, 80%. One more good push here for the Horde. They do have that junk tire as well as the Hanzo ultimate, the Dragon. So see how that comes in. Here comes the Dragon. Coming through, that's going to clear out the middle. We'll see if they complement that with the junk tire. But here comes a High Noon coming in for the Shogun. They do get Toonbury's Reinhardt there. Diva Bomb comes up overhead, doesn't find anybody home. We are in overtime. Horde got to get on the point and touch. They do get Lucio and Lantern in here. Junk tire does get one. Pizza Freak picks up another. But they do manage to clear the Horde off the point here. They're going to have to bring Reinhardt onto the point here with Toonbury. See, the Mei's going to freeze him. Reinhardt's going to charge in here. And the Shogun are going to win the first point of Oasis. So good play by both teams, but Shogun coming out ahead on this first round.
Score 0-1.
So lots of different comps being shown here. Again, this is an exhibition match, so not sure how much of the comps we're seeing here are what the Horde are going to be playing at NAP, so it might be a little gamesmanship in terms of what they plan on rolling with. This looks more like a comp that the Horde might run here with Kid running Ball, Toonbury on Diva, Pizza Freak running the junk, Hitscan running Cole Cassidy, Weirdo running Moira, and Lantern on Lucio. And for the Shogun, they're going to be running a Ball Diva, pretty much matching the Ball Diva from the Horde upright. Also running a Tracer, a Soldier, a Lucio, and a Moira. So fairly consistent comps outside of the DPS. Alright, so the Horde a little quicker, but the battle's taking place out here in this little corridor area. Shogun are going to get a nice boop on Toonbury, knocking him off the edge, eliminating that tank for the Horde, but Pizza Freak's going to come back and knock off their ball as well. But Glassman playing that Soldier manages to take out the Lucio and Hitscan's Cole Cassidy. Still a little bit of a trading going on with Pizza Freak taking out their Moira. Point is being contested. So the fight is moving to the point. The Horde taking control of the point here, driving the Shogun off, and might be for the first time today the Horde took a point first. The Horde are setting up for their defense. They're going to be without Hitscan, without Cole Cassidy there, until he's able to work his way back. But Shogun a little bit slow on the rebound. Pushing in here. Looks like they're doing a little bit of a split push, moving outside into this corridor area here. Point is being contested. Someone works their way back to point to drive them off. But some good eliminations by the Shogun there. Caught up by a couple more good eliminations. Here's a Diva Bomb going off for Franklin. Does manage to get Weirdo. But Hitscan and Lantern both come back with a couple good eliminations of their own. So Horde maintain the clock, maintain the ticker, going up 48-49%. Again, a lot of fighting taking place out on this corridor area, taking place away from the point. Lantern tries with the boop on the ball, unable to get it.
Hello there.
All right, so let's see this next push here by the Shogun. Lantern out in front, playing a little disruptive. He's going to get picked off. There's some mines put out there. Here comes another Diva Bomb coming in, this time by Hanover Horde's Tuber. He doesn't catch anybody there. Pizza Freak unleashes his jump tire, does manage to get the cold Cassidy of the opposing team. Diva on Diva battle taking place here. Around the, but he's going to be just demaxed. Horde continue to hold the point, but Shogun with the numbers advantage here. They're going to be able to flip the clock and start earning credit towards the point as the Horde gets to overtime. Horde do have feet. A couple ultimates building up. Spiff playing VAP does have window, so we'll see. This is a tough one to use window on because there's so many areas of approach. Pretty much the opposing team can approach from any direction. But they'll probably put it out in here front with the Horde looking to make more of a frontal assault. Shogun with 25% and counting here on the clock. Here comes the Horde pushing in here. There's window. Diva Bomb's going to go up and high over top of the Horde's head. They're able to recover. Here comes the Moira ultimate. Moira unleashed by Weirdo, helping his team on the assault, dealt damage at the same time. Here comes the high noob. Good fight, good kind of a brawl battle going on here. They do manage to take care of that May with Pizza Freak. Let's see if that's going to help them get the advantage here. Here comes another jump tire coming in. Does manage to get that Lucio. And the Horde flipped the script. The timer is ticking down. Not sure if anybody can get here on point on time for the Shogun. They do get there just in time. But that ball gets in there, quickly eliminated by Hitscan's Deadeye, and that is going to tie things up 1-1.
Score 1-1.
So good round by the Horde to even things up here,
Ready for
to
battle.
drive us into a third round. Alright, so this point of the map, a couple ways to get in here. You can go down through this little thoroughfare area, come around here. You can see the point is this large central area, and this got some high ground positions you can hold.
4,
And a couple avenues by which to come in. Again, kind of a 360 battlefield, as is are a lot of these control points, but this one particularly is pretty wide open. Alright, the Horde first to the point this time. Shogun shortly on their heels coming in here. Still got 15 seconds till the point unlocks. They're trying to get those early picks. Lantern on Lantern battle is going to go, I'm sorry, Lucio on Lucio battle goes in favor of Lantern of the Horde. Kid MDK with this ball gets eliminated here.
the objective is now.
So the objective is active. Horde is drawing the Shogun back, kind of forcing them to retreat and reconsolidate a little bit, but pushing forward here with the Reinhardt. The Shogun comes right back into this fight. Point still contested at this point. With a couple eliminations there by the Shogun, that's going to give them advantage. Horde are going to have to draw back. Going to sacrifice themselves here so they can reconsolidate and get themselves reoriented, and the Shogun will be earning credit here. But actually, somebody makes it a point here. It looks like Weirdo makes it on, not willing to give up these points to the Shogun quite so easily. See if they can buy time for the rest of this team to get here. Doing a really nice job with that. It looked like for sure the Shogun was going to secure that thing, and there's some balls, some mines dropped by Kid MDK there on the point. That's something the Shogun are going to have to be well aware of moving into the point here, or clear them out. So the Shogun do manage to actually start earning credit towards the point. Finally, after that long drawn-out battle, one of the longer times I think I've seen a point contested. So they are at 13, 14% and counting. And you can see quite a bit of ultimates on the Shogun side. So I'd say advantage Shogun right now, earning credit towards a point, and with 3 ultimates in their queue. But the Horde do have Diva Bomb and Full Cassidy, as well as the Junk Tire. So we know how devastating those can be. Comes the Diva Bomb coming in. See if the Shogun can get away from that nice Reinhardt shield to block himself from that effect. But it did let the Horde, while they were all retreating, move into position here. But Spiff, with that BAP, gets both Pizza Freak and Weirdo. So that's going to stall their push and allow the Shogun count to continue. 51, 52% and counting. Shogun resetting here. Both teams have a couple ults. You know, the Diva Bomb by the Horde didn't find anybody. Shogun have a Diva Bomb of their own. Hold on. Here comes the Diva Bomb by the Shogun. Like they were able to neutralize that, and the Horde will start earning credit towards the point with 87%. Good eliminations there by Hitscan. Take out both the BAP and the Lucio. And that is going to give the Horde the point and 12% and counting. So really good ult economy by these teams. Not super effective ultimates, but using them sparingly and smartly with each one of these pushes, both teams. Shogun pushing from the high side of the map. Here comes Moira, unleashing her ultimate Weirdo. Here comes the Junkrat Tire. Let's see if he can land that here. Does go off. Doesn't look like he's able to get any damage or eliminations with that Junk Tire though. Trading a couple eliminations with the Colt Cassidy's there. Horde at 54%, but a slight advantage to the Shogun right now. Here comes a high noon by Hitscan. So he's unable to catch anybody with that one though. And the Shogun flipped the script. They've got the control of the point now at 90% and counting. And with a couple eliminations there by the Shogun against the Colt Cassidy and the Lantern, that's going to allow them to earn credit. Not sure the Horde can make it back. Here comes the Diva Bomb. Diva Bomb does make it on the point, but Hammer Strike, Earth Shatter, takes out Super. Pizza Freak gets taken out. Horde are really in survival mode at this time in overtime. Do have a ball on point here, but it is being focused and targeted. Overtime is ticking down. Horde gets down just in time, but quickly cleared off again. I don't think the Horde are going to get back, and the Shogun are going to win this first round. So good job to the good game to the Shogun, taking the first map of this best of 3 exhibition. Here's Pizza Freak on that. I believe that was Junk Tire. He got unleashed earlier. You see him using, he always does a really good job using walls, setting himself behind walls nicely and drop that in there. 1, 2, 3, 4 eliminations. So we'll go ahead and credit Shogun with their first map win here. And we'll take a short break, set up this next match, and we'll be right back after these brief messages. Stick with us. Alright, welcome back everybody to round 2 of this exhibition match between the winners of the Alpha bracket and Bravo bracket. The Shogun took the first round in Oasis. It was nice to play Oasis because we didn't see that a whole lot in the tournament, but wouldn't you know it, we're back in Havana. I was joking with the other coaches that we spent so much time in Havana this weekend, we should all get citizenship there because it's seems to be the favorite of every team, and you can see why. You got nice long sight lines here. It's a really good high ground hold, as we've seen many teams use. Horde typically use more of a low ground hold here, but we'll see if they decide to change things up a little bit. It looks like the Horde are going to be running an Orisa, a Sigma, Pizza Freak's going to be running Junkrat, Hitscan's going to be running Widow, try to get some long range picks there. Weird is going to be running a BAP, and Lantern will be running an Ana. So he's trying to take advantage of those long range picks there with the Hitscan, BAP, and Ana. For the Shogun, they're going to be running a Reinhardt, a Diva, a Hanzo, a Mei, a Lucio, and a BAP. They're playing spawn pin here. So let's see if the Horde are ready for that spawn pin. Obviously trying to negate the capabilities of the long-range capabilities of the Horde. You have to wonder if they're going to swap Hitscan to a Hanzo away from that Widow, if the Shogun are going to be playing right here, right up in the spawn. And he is switching not to a Hanzo but to the Ashe. Shogun going for that pin. Here comes the Horde out the far side here. Shogun being really aggressive here, meeting the Horde coming right out of spawn. Another elimination on Tombreed playing Sigma. Horde trying to consolidate, figure out what they're going to do to get out of the spawn. Comes a Diva Bomb already, goes a little bit far to the far side. He did manage to get a pick with that Ashe on the Mei. Let's see if they take advantage of having them down 1 DPS to get out of this spawn pin. There is a hammer strike. Here comes Bob by Ashe. Coming out, the Shogun are going to have to respond from that and back up a little bit. Now that the Horde have them spread out a little bit, let's see if they can do some damage. Tombreed swapped over to using that Zarya, which I think is a better pick for this comp. Good charge there by Kid MDK, who swapped over to using Reinhardt. I think this is a much better. This is, I think, the best comp typically played by the Horde and Alpha team. Brawl comp usually works out for them really well. Really forced on them by the Shogun, really going for that spawn pin. They really had to do something to change their approach here. Here comes the Hanzo ultimate coming in, but countered by Pizza Freak's ultimate. That jump tire comes at 1, 2, 3 eliminations. So eliminations trade on both teams, but that jump tire, really that differentiator there, has the Horde able to move this payload forward. They're coming in with that Reinhardt though. Pizza Freak's going to try to hold them at bay while the rest of his team comes in here. Maywall to try to keep them separated a little bit, but Horde coming back to full strength. This is a Shogun come in to meet him here. Here comes a Diva Bomb, nicely blocked by Kid. Diva D-Mech there for the Shogun. The Horde's right here on the doorstep. They just got to clear off a couple more members of the Shogun, but the Shogun fights back hard.
30 seconds.
And they do manage to get rid of Kid MDK, so they are making this not easy on the Horde. Pizza Freak with a couple nice eliminations to even things out here. Horde are going to have to move quickly to get here on the point. They do have 4 ultimates in their queue, so you have to imagine they're going to unleash some of these just to make sure they continue this match. They do not want to surrender this with just 1 point. So here comes the Horde charging in here. They should be able to charge here quickly before this thing goes to overtime. Here comes a Hanzo ultimate to drive them away. Earthshatter comes in. Nice Hanzo ultimate to drive them off here. Zarya ult goes off. They really couldn't make that count too much, but the Horde does get a few eliminations here. Pizza Freak gets a couple with that jump tire. But again, Shogun just are not going down easy here. There's our Earthshatter by the Reinhardt of the Shogun, and a freeze by Mei. You can see they're just meters away from securing this first point. But Shogun are giving the Horde everything they can handle. So here comes another Diva bomb coming in here. Does not find anyone home there. Here comes a Hanzo ultimate comes in. That does take out the Reinhardt of the Shogun. That should be good enough to let them clear off these last remaining members of the Shogun. Need to focus that Lucio, and they're finally able to get to the point here and add some more time to the clock. So Shogun giving the Horde a handful during this exhibition match at the end of the regionals tournament. Alright, for the Shogun, they're setting up their defense as the Horde pushes in here. The Horde did expend all their ultimates, but so did the Shogun. That was a battle for that last couple meters to push that payload. The Kid MDK swapped to using Ball there at the end. See if he decides to stick with Ball after he uses this ultimate, or if he decides to swap to something else. With time being of the essence here, you almost have to wonder if he's going to be able to switch after deploying his mines. There goes the mines, deployed right over top. Here comes the jump tire coming in here, see if it can find some. It does manage to get the Lucio of the Shogun. Able to demech the Diva there, and this push is going to be able to continue here. Good elimination there by Hanzo to take out Baby Diva, but again, just like last time, the Shogun are going to move in on the point just meters from being able to secure it. They are not ones to concede a point, and probably smartly so. They've used this tactic to their advantage a couple times, where a lot of teams, I think, in the league would have conceded that point, reconsolidated, set up their defense on the far side of the payload. That main wall to separate the forces here. Time ticking down the clock, 39 seconds left. Hanzo ultimate comes in. Looks like it's just a little bit left where he intended it. Looking to clear him off the payload. We do have ball mines here on the payload. Hit scan, a couple nice eliminations there. Let's see if the Horde can take advantage of that. Got Kid and his ball here, but that Mei keeps freezing him at inopportune times for the Horde. Again, looks like we're probably going to go to overtime before they're able to clear the Shogun off here. Should be able to focus this Reinhardt here once the lamp is cleared, and they do manage to secure a second point. Again, not just by the skin of their teeth, and with the Shogun really doing a good job holding those last point defenses. You have to imagine how hard it's going to be for the Horde to push through what is one of the tougher third pushes here on Havana through this castle.
Get into position.
They do have Nano,
60
and
seconds.
we'll have the jump tire here pretty soon. The Shogun, they have Blizzard, here it comes. Deploying that right now, not so much effect. A little bit of premature deployment on the Blizzard for the Mei. 37 seconds left on the clock. I'm sure the Horde want to get to the bridge before they get there. Comes the Diva Bomb going off. Diva Bomb does catch 3 of the Horde members, gets into that back line, gets the Ana, but they do have the ball hooked up to the payload here. Still short of overtime. Got 15 seconds until overtime ticks over. An Earth Shatter followed by a Hanzo wall. See if the Horde can escape that. They do, but oh, big eliminations there. Fire Strike and a Reinhardt elimination. Just have ball here on the point. He needs to hold on. He's got his mines pushed out there. You need to get somebody here on the point right now. Moira's holding it down. See if anybody can make it back in time. They do make it there just in time, just before that overtime clock kicks down. And overtime's going to expire. The Horde only getting 2 points on Havana, so really good hold there by the Shogun. Again, giving the Horde a run for their money. The Shogun are able to push this payload further than the Horde pushed it with the 2 points and the additional 45 meters. They will have won this match. And again, this match is not for seeding, really an exhibition match. Let these two teams kind of see each other, play each other out since they didn't play each other through the bracket. Obviously, they'll see each other probably this upcoming Overwatch season, and then they'll obviously see each other at NAF, with these being the number 1 and 2 ranked teams going into North American Finals. Appropriately so, as these were the 2 teams in the finals at the end of last season's NAF competition. All right, so really the Shogun set the table with a really strong spawn hold. I doubt the Horde will do a similar thing. We usually play back and play the corner. Spawn holds are authorized in competitive play. If you're playing in competitive play, you should be able to defeat the spawn hold, and it's something that the Horde clearly wasn't expecting coming out of the gate, and it took them a while to develop, put a comp together for when they were ready.
5, 4,
so
3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
So it took them a while to respond, but now it's their turn to kind of get this figured out. Looks like the Horde are going to play more of a high ground hold here. See how long they can hold this high ground before they're able to get the escort, get the payload around this corner. They are playing a Torb, so a Torb can put that turret out. That's what was run on the side. Looks like, again, Shogun being super aggressive, going right after them, trying to pull them down, because doing that, going for the low ground, forces them to divide their forces and remove some of that firepower from that top ground hold. So top ground hold really didn't have the effect that I think the Horde wanted to. Nicely placed Maywall up there. It's going to separate the Horde forces here. Eliminations on both sides, but I think eliminations favor the Horde at this point. But the Shogun are still able to continue their push while the Horde wait for a couple of their people to come out of spawn. Both teams should be full strength here at the point by the time the Shogun get back around here. Big elimination on Kid MDK by the Diva from the Shogun to take out that shield. And the Shogun are going to push pretty quickly here to the first point. Horde setting up their defense here. They're playing that Torb. Doesn't look like the Torb's having as much of an effect as it normally would. Again, both teams probably trying out comps they wouldn't otherwise play in competition. This is as much of a testing ground as anything to see what works against which team from both sides. We'll both be analyzing a lot of this tape in preparation for this season and North American Finals. Horde have a nice complement of ultimates here. See if they pull those into play. 4 minutes and 18 seconds, plenty of time for Shogun. They can be really aggressive here and still have plenty of time to reset and recoup. Here comes the Diva Bomb coming in here. Nice shield there by Toon Breeze Sigma. the Freak gets the elimination on the Diva, the opposing team. Sigma and Ash, played by Tumri and Hitscan, get a couple more eliminations. That's going to reset the push here by the Shogun.
Hello. He's on you.
Fire in the hole!
Taking the high ground.
So the Shogun using window there. Horde just going to hunker down, kind of wait that out. Comes a hammer strike coming the side. That might have been a little bit of a deceptive maneuver, putting that window up, coming in the side door with the hammer strike. Fortunately, the Horde responded pretty quickly there. Here comes a Hanzo ultimate in. Does catch Tumri, does catch the Sigma for the Horde. So Horde trying to hold their ground. Interesting play there by the Shogun. Coming in through that side door, putting that window up. Probably diversionary tactics. Horde kind of concentrating their fire, coming in the side door with the shatter. Horde's still trying to hold this point here, but with just Sigma out there, he's not going to be able to last real long, and they will be able to get this second point here. Actually, I think we had Hanzo hanging out there trying to hold. But at this point, the Horde need to hold this point. 3 minutes, 49 seconds. That's a long time to hold this far of a push, particularly this portion of the push. It's a little bit easier than getting around the second corner here. So the Horde have the big task ahead of them, trying to stop the Shogun. Shogun doing exactly what they should be doing, pushing really aggressively. The Torb Lava does come out here. Window goes up for the Shogun, quickly taken down though. But a couple of nice eliminations by the Shogun. That's going to allow them to push. I think they're going to do it. And the Shogun are going to win this match against the Hanover Horde A team. So great game. Great match from our friends from Franklin. Really doing a good job putting this Horde Alpha team down. You see the play of the game. This is that junk tire. Was able to get it down there. 1, 2, 3 eliminations. But unfortunately not enough for the Hanover Horde. The Franklin Shogun are going to win this thing in this best of 3 match. So let's go ahead and credit them their point. And wish them good luck going into this next season in the North American Finals. It was a lot of fun. Really appreciate them willing to play us in this exhibition match. And we will see them in the regular season and at NAF, most definitely. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for a great weekend of Overwatch. We'll hopefully announce the top 8 teams going to NAF here pretty soon. And we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot. Take care, and we'll see you then.